Hello and welcome. I am Scrapperlock, and this is City of Villains on the Rebirth server. We are with Nightmare Lass, our level 19, almost level 20 Mastermind. We have 65 million infamy. We got an extra 10 million from my other character, Tiger Shrike, because I cashed in some of her sets of packs of those like random cards that you quote unquote cards that you turn over the reward packs, and she has them. This character hasn't gotten any of them yet. I assume you have to get to a certain level or something. But I've been cashing those in, and she sold a couple of enhancements that come in those packs that were very valuable. One for 15 million, one for 10. So I sent 10 million of it to this character. Tiger Strike still has over 100 million, I think, herself, and this character now has 65 mil. So we have tons of influence to play with. And now we are going to continue our story arc, and we're just a beat or two from getting two beats from getting to level 20, so we should hit that in this episode. Marshall Perez says, "Opportunity is a funny thing. I was just talking about learning more about the power transfer system. Seems part of it is about to be attacked. Clockwork. Those weird little robots are massing to attack a section. Dr. Eon says he needs all his own troops for something else, so he's asked me to handle it. I want you to concentrate on the workers trapped in the attack. Deliver them to safety. The safety of my interrogation rooms. So this has to be quiet. So I want you to go in underground to the sewers of New Haven. Have an exit in the power transfer station. If no one sees you go in, we're clear. As far as Dr. Eon will know, his men were captured by the Clockwork. I'll make sure you have an alibi. Eon will suspect nothing. I'll learn what I want to know, and you'll be paid." Okay, well, we can go in undetected, right? We have invisibility. My guess is that's not actually needed for the mission, because they can't assume everybody's got stealth or invisibility. But we'll roleplay it a little bit. We're going to head over here. This is where W Spider is, WSPDR. That's the radio station. Spider because Arachnos, right? And then we're going to go into the sewer. And I guess we can turn our invisibility off at this point. Well, let's go inside and see what we got. So we need to kidnap the workmen and probably going to have to lead them all out, which is going to be a little annoying, but that's alright. Oh, this is an outdoor mission. Interesting. 3 workers to find. Alright, let's see if we can find them. And I'm pretty sure I did this one with my Dominator. This is a huge mission, so I don't really have any interest in fighting every single one of these guys. It's just too big. So we'll see if we can find... I don't know if these guys will aggro to me if I get too close. I'm not sure how much proof invisibility is. I think it's pretty proof against their seeing you, but I'm not really sure. So let's look around and we'll see if we can find these guys. Sadly, this was long enough ago that I did this that I don't remember where they are. Now we're going to have to do a lead out, so as soon as we find one, we're going to need to summon our buddies and then probably walk them out. And I'm not sure where the target to lead them out is going to be, so we're going to have to find the first one, who's right here, and then we'll do a lead out. So let me... Well, this is going to be fun because I'm going to need a spot to summon. And there's another guy. Okay, so we got 2 of them right here. Let's summon out in the woods. I don't think there's anybody out here, so we should be good. Switch to stealth. Turn off our wings and summon our puppies. What's going on here? Why is this not... Oh, this is Hell on Earth. I switched, didn't I? There we go. Yeah, this icon looks too much like that one. They're almost exactly the same. Okay, we buff them up. We give Mo a Mez defense. Alright, and then I'm going to hover over here, and we're going to start by attacking this guy. These guys have pretty good jump, so they should be able to get over. I probably ought to get teleport other with this character so that I can teleport my minions if I want. Alright, let's see. Let's go get these guys. And then we'll see where it tells me that I'm supposed to take him. And now he's going to bring out cogs, and we'll nail them. They'll die very quickly. Alright, now we gotta turn stealth off and land, because this guy can't fly. Okay, so this is a lead out, and we have to go all the way back. So I'm gonna have to kill my way back out. I think we're gonna want to go straight. Let's find the second hostage. I don't know if this is gonna glitch out if we have two hostages at once. It might, because it kind of expects you to do one at a time. So we'll just have to see. But we're just going to go straight through rather than all the way around. And let's buff Mo again, and then heal. One thing you may be noticing is that I often will heal when nobody has been very hurt. It's preemptive, right? Because in the amount of time it takes you to animate, there could be a lot of damage done to one of your buddies. So if I have no reason to single target heal anybody, I'll just AoE heal. And that ensures that that my guys are at full health or near full health. Okay, so we have 2 prisoners. Okay. 2 workers to lead out, so it hasn't glitched. And now we'll just clear our way over, right? So that next time we have to go through here, it's nice and clear. I don't mind the short lead outs like this. What I don't like is leading out. Ironically, outdoor missions are better for lead outs because you can just go straight there. What I don't like is having to go through multiple floors of an office building or something when there's nobody to fight, there's no ambush, and you just got to lead a guy down 4 levels. And they keep getting stuck on the geometry and not following you. It's just... that I don't like. This is not bad, right? Because it's just going straight. Well, if you want to attack me, I'm going to give you the whip. Now, I don't know if these guys can see through the fence. But there's a guy right here, so we'll shoot them. I'm not sure if that guy can see through the fence. Alright, well, while they're fighting, I'm going to bring these guys over here. So 2 of them are let out, and there's 1 guy left. So I'm going to desummon, because I don't want to carry these guys all over the map. And then we're going to look for the next guy. The last guy, actually. And this is one where, you know, I really wouldn't mind if they gave me a little white asterisk where this next guy is. Now, we do know we're looking for the big... I guess they're not bosses, the big lieutenants. Because that's who had the other captives. So I assume the same thing is going to be true for this last one. And they tend to like to be up against walls and stuff. the captives. And, well, on the roof. That's a little unusual, but okay. We're going to summon our guys. And then we just need to take him over there. Alright, boys. Come on. Why is that not summoning? What's going on here? Alright. What is going on? Why is it not summoning? Can only use powers which affect yourself? What are you talking about? Oh. I'm invisible. Alright. Forgot I was invisible. And Mo needs a buff, and then we'll just attack this oscillator. Alright, and then everybody focus on this guy. Oh, anyway, as I was saying about the healing, like throwing the AoE heal even maybe when it's not needed, just to ensure that these guys are being healed up enough. That's the logic behind a lot of players who play healers, who, what they do is they just put their AoE heal on auto, and it's just constantly going, right through the whole mission. You know, you're on their group, and every time it recharges, it just refires. If you're going to do that, you definitely need probably a second endurance reducer on it. I would think you would need a second endurance reducer on it. Okay, now the question is, are you going to come down? Because all I need you to do is come down here. But the question is whether Jerk Boy is going to come down. Okay, he does. And since we've cleared this area out, we can just run right out here. And we've got him. And these two guys are just hanging out here. What if the Clockworks killed them? And we have leveled up, guys. We are now level 20. So we'll say goodbye to our demons. And head outside. Very cool. We are 20th level now. And we should keep an eye on this. This will tell us when we finish missions if we have less infamy than experience. It means we're getting toward the point where we're going to start paying an infamy penalty for getting prestige. Speaking of which, we are at 25,000 prestige now. The supergroup has 44,000 because it started with 20. Alright, so let's find the trainer. And we are going to level up. Somebody asked me, I can't remember who, didn't I intend to get triple slotted in stamina? Yep, we have it. Already did it. I do that really early, guys. I don't wait. I want it done by level 20. Certainly no later than 21, because my way of thinking about this is I always got stamina at 20, and then I immediately put 2 slots on it at 21, so that as soon as I got SOs, I had triple single origin endurance modification on it. So my brain is just, and health, I used to take at like 16 and triple slotted at either 17 or 19. So my brain is like, by 20, I want these things triple slotted and done. So yeah, they are done. Next level. So what does Suppress Pain do? While this power is active, all nearby foes will have their regeneration rate increased dramatically. Nearby allies. That sounds quite nice. Can't do Inflame or Room Protection yet. That actually looks quite nice. Let's take a look at this. This is a toggle. It only uses 0.18 per second. That is not bad. It's an AoE 15-foot radius. It's not very far. Enemies will not notice this, so it won't aggro them. It has plus 200% regeneration on our buddies. I think that's a good one to have. That's a toggle. That's great. And we've got a bunch of new look at all these new contacts. Holy crap. Like 8 new contacts. Alright, so I think we're going to put our toggle up here. I mean, I don't see any reason with it only being 0.18 a second. And stealth, we have endurance reducer on, is 0.28 a second. I mean, stealth is worse than this. I think the endurance recovery and the reduced endurance on stealth is probably going to be okay. We can run this. I mean, I'd rather run this than stealth. Right? And you can see the radius, and within that radius it will heal our buddies and it'll regenerate our buddies. So that means I definitely need to wander around near them. Do I get the regeneration as well? It looks like I get the regeneration as well. Let's take a look at the rest of this. Self. Regeneration on target, unresistible. It doesn't seem like it turns off. There's some weird toggles where you turn them on, they'll run for a minute, and then they just turn themselves off and have to recharge. But this doesn't appear to be one of those. So that is fantastic. Now it has a pretty long recharge rate. Well, it's not too bad. You can, if you turn it off, you can turn it on for the next battle. So that's pretty cool. I like that. Let's talk to our contact, Marshal Brass. He says those men talked. Didn't take much. Seems there is something strange with the PTS. Not too surprising, Vines really was onto something. If Dr. Eon has jeopardized this island with his experiments and the PTS, I need to know before an arbiter gets involved. So if you look at our clues, this is just showing what we've learned so far, but we kind of know what we've learned so far, so we don't really need to read that. Next mission, and now we're 20th level. The workers you captured have told me where the control center for the power transfer system is. I want to know what Eon's hiding. Find out for me. We have the location of the control room. That was the easy part. Now I want you to get inside and find out what Eon's hiding. The men in there are loyal to Dr. Eon, not me. I don't care what happens to them. That won't be a problem. There's a complication though, Amanda Vine. She might have learned about the place security leak. It was taken care of. If she's there, get her out unharmed. Like I said, Recluse likes to keep her around. So this is one of the interesting things that they did with this game. And a lot of people actually objected to it. As a villain, and it's a little different now, but especially with a lot of the initial story arcs, as a villain, you were not doing anything different from the heroes. I mean, there was the bank robberies were different. But, and I think the lead-out missions came from the kidnapping attempts, right? But a lot of times, you were rescuing NPCs as a villain. And people were saying, dude, I'm a villain. Why am I rescuing people from being kidnapped from other factions? I don't care about this. I should be killing people. And I think some of it was just, look, this is what the engine's capable of. And some of it was, I don't think they wanted it to get too violent or nasty because they didn't want to get a bad, what is it, the ESRB ratings, right? Like, they didn't want the game to be listed as adults only. They wanted teenagers to be able to play the game, right? Because it was a big chunk of their audience. So, yeah, I don't know. Whichever way you slice it, oftentimes it didn't feel very villainous. Alright guys, let me give you your buff. Haven't had any endurance problems, so we should be fine. Not sure if I want to fly around too much in here because these caves, you can like really end up crashing into the walls and stuff, but I'm enjoying kind of hovering around, so. Now my guys will only regenerate right when I'm with them like this, you see? Now he's regenerating, you see the little regeneration. But they've got to be within the radius of me, so I got to stay with them. And that's fine, because I have to stay with them to heal them anyway. So I'm a little concerned there's nobody here. I feel like we're going to get ambushed. Oh, no, here we go. Get him. I need to put stealth back on, don't I? I think at this point, guys... Well, look, we're level 20. We're only 2 levels from SOs. I think at this point... I think at 22 for sure. As soon as we get SOs, we're going to move up to +1. Because these guys are reasonable to fight, but the +0s are just too weak. Now, we haven't had to face any bosses yet. We're just 1 or 2. I don't know how these guys are going to do against bosses. I suspect they're not going to do anywhere near as well, because bosses are tougher. Right? Oh, this is Professor Echo again. Lost my mouse for a sec. Where's the mouse going? I keep losing the mouse. Okay. So one of the things I want to check, actually, before we go any further with this, you can put heal on here. Okay, so I'm going to want to triple slot this. Quadruple slot, right? 1 endurance reducer and 3 heals. Okay. So that's good. Just want to make sure I know what I'm doing. One of the things I like about this secondary is I don't really need to 6-slot things, and that is very helpful. One of the problems I had with Tiger Strike was her whole secondary pretty much needed to be 6-slotted, and that really ate up a lot of slots. Compared to, say, Silver Phoenix, whose secondary mostly needed to be 4-slotted, and eventually I was able to 5-slot some of those powers, but I didn't really have to 6-slot them. You guys coming? I think in the end I did 6-slot some of them, like the toggles, but you don't have to 6-slot the passives, they're only 3-slotted. So we need to secure the PTS data and find Vixen. Or Vines, not Vixen. Why did I say Vixen? Misread it. So a lot of empty space in this lab, in this base. Very, very atmospheric. I like all the pipes. It really feels like you are in a power transfer station. Basically a 5th column base that's just been reskinned, but they always do a really good job when they reskin this stuff. So I mentioned that a lot of times players who heal in groups, right, set this thing to auto. You may want to know why haven't I set it to auto, because I like finer control than that. It may be once I have, you know, enough endurance and endurance reducers and endurance mods on this thing and the right slots that I might say, I'm just going to set it to auto because there's no need for that fine control. But right now, I prefer the fine control where I decide when it goes off. You coming, guys? I mean, look at like just the mist down here. Just the atmospherics are so nice. It really does feel like a power station, not a 5th column base, even though it's the 5th column base. It's really well done. What are you doing going upstairs? Come down here. Where's Meanie? Yeah, these guys are doing really well. I'm really happy with these demons. It's a fun power set. And Mastermind is a really fun archetype. I mean, I knew that, but I forgot just how much fun these guys are. I'm probably going to have to make up another one, like robots or maybe Beast Mastery, whatever you call it, Beast Summoning. where you summon wolves and stuff. It's just cool. I won't, you know, record it or anything, but I think it'll be fun to play. Get him! Oh my gosh, I keep forgetting Mo needs his Mez defense. And I keep losing the mouse. It's like it just goes off the screen. I wonder if it has to do with the fact that the UI is rescaled. By the way, since getting some information from one of you guys on how to change the field of vision in the Arachnos bases, I haven't had to go into an Arachnos base. I haven't been in one yet to test it. So I will test it, but we got to go in one first. Certainly don't need a better draw distance in here, as you can see. You can see all the way to the far wall. I just wish they had done something like that with the Arachnos bases, because it would have just meant that you could see everything. And I think it probably looks really cool from inside, but you really can't tell because it's all just so dark. And again, I think that may have been just to help people's graphics cards back in the day. Who killed the Black Widow? You know, I never think to use inspirations with my guys. I always end up just using my powers. It's a good sign that our character is pretty powerful if we don't need inspirations, right? Found a tip! Okay, so that means we can now do our tip missions and either go villain or rogue. We're going villain, absolutely. We're going to take the evil choice every single time. Because we are a villain and we summon demons and we're just lawful evil, I guess. Or maybe neutral evil. I don't really care about law or chaos. And I'm certainly not interested in Recluse's authority. Who's shooting us? Oh, you guys. Did you aggro down there? Alright, everybody fight. Knock her down. And then kill him. And there's the glowy. So let's take a look at their computer. And now we have to find vines. Alright, you guys, I think, need to stay here. And let me take a look around here. See if she's here. There she is. Okay, guys. Go on down. And attack. Okay, let's heal up. Oh, darn it, this mouse. Oh, I figured out what happened. Alright, I know what happened. I've accidentally got it on high sensitivity. And it's going crazy on me. There we go, that's better. I'm still having a problem with it. Alright, let's take out the Mew Guardian now. Notice my guys did well enough that even though I'm screwing up and I'm having issues with the mouse, they were able to basically fight by themselves and win. Are they missing a lot? It seemed like they were missing a lot. They shouldn't be. They have triple accuracy. Now we lead vines out. Well, that's going to be fun. Alright, so let me check this mouse. Okay, I see part of the problem. It's not letting me reduce the sensitivity. So I'm going to have to play with it after this mission. And I need to turn off stealth, or she won't be able to follow me. Is she coming? Okay, up we go. Coming. I may as well stop flying because she can't go that fast. Alright, Vines, come with me. Let's wait for our buddies to catch up. Yeah, the sensitivity is way off on this mouse. I don't know what's going on. It's got a little button on the side where you can turn the sensitivity up or down, but it doesn't seem to be responding to me by changing it. Yeah, it's going crazy, and that's why I kept losing it, because it just goes so fast that it's like all of a sudden it's on the other side of the screen, you know? You guys taking care of this? Alright, let's head up with her. Let's order our guys upstairs. There you are. Is she coming? Where is she? I can't even see her. Where is she? Oh, she fell down. That's just great. Alright, well, I'll let my guys... oh, no. She's stuck in the geometry. This is exactly why lead-out missions should not exist. Because now we're bugged. And I'm going to have to do this whole mission over again. Because there's nothing I can do. I guess I really do need to get teleport other for these stupid lead-out missions, because there just doesn't seem to be any other way to deal with it. She's stuck now. She can't get out. Oh, now she's out. Alright. We got really lucky with that. I think I absolutely am going to get teleport other at some point, because this is just so frustrating. And I do not play this game to get frustrated. At least my guys stayed where they were. Look at this. She keeps falling. So this is the problem. She can't navigate. She can't navigate the. She can't navigate the gangway. Now, I defy anyone to tell me this is good design. When you have the NPC that can't even navigate the dungeon map that you created, that's just awful. Completely incompetent. Again, whoever designed these lead-out missions should be shot. Or at least should have been fired. Shot's a strong word, but definitely fired. It's not helping that my mouse is not working right. And I just said to my former guildmates, just literally today, they were talking about Logitech mouses and mice, I guess, and stuff like that, and how Logitech is not the company it used to be, how they were the gold standard, and they're kind of not anymore. And I said, oh, I've got a Logitech camera that stinks, but I've got a really good, and it's a new one too. And the camera's actually not bad. It's got a nice lens. It produces a good picture, but the software is horrible. And even though it tells you can change the exposure and stuff, it doesn't work. So I can't zoom. I can't change the frame. I can't change the exposure. I can't change the hue, saturation, anything like that. Even though there are all these controls and sliders on the software, it just doesn't respond. And according to Google, the checking I did on Google, it's just a crap software. And so I just got done saying, well, the camera's no good, but the mouse is awesome, and now I can't get the mouse to work. So, I mean, it's working, but I can't get it to obey my change to the settings. So, yeah, it's going... Oh, now it's working. What the heck? Okay, now it's working. Alright, I don't know. I don't know if a button got stuck or what. Okay, guys, we completed that mission. We got Amanda Vines out. And look at all the tips we have. So we can do all of these tip missions. I will not make you guys watch that because they're just junk missions. But the idea is that if you get 10 of them, you become a villain or a rogue, depending on your choices. And once you're a villain, you can get certain rewards and things like that. So Marshall Brass says, This is too much. This redefines going too far. Tapping into a demon. I tap into demons? All these attacks, the clockwork out there, now I got it. Thanks to you. I told you Vines was useful. Speaking of Vines, did she talk to you? Next thing I need done involves her. Her and W. Spider. Sources on the inside tell me they're going live with what they know. I'd like to see Eon get what he deserves, but deserves got nothing to do with it. I can't let that broadcast happen, and I have somebody for you to meet. Operative Wellman. Okay, so according to the clue, this is what Vine says. Oh my gosh. All right, so she says, okay, I know that you're working with Marshall Brass. I've interviewed him. He's not that bad a guy, but it's impossible to get more than 10 words out of him at a time. I figured out that I'm living under his protection for some reason. I think it's because he, or someone above him in Arachnos, thinks I'm useful. I can live with that. I'd be a tool in their internal squabbles if it gives me a chance to get the truth out and help the people who have to live here. And that's what I want to ask you about. Look, I found evidence we need. I have proof that Dr. Egon wasn't executed by Arachnos, that they altered his look and came up with Dr. Eon. I know Arachnos probably doesn't want that information out, but the people need to know they're being ruled by a maniac. So, we're going to try to tell them. I'm pretty sure they're going to send you to make sure we don't get that chance. So, that's what I'm going to ask you. We've hired guards from Wyvern to help us, and maybe they'll be able to keep us on air long enough. But I've seen you fight. If you help Arachnos, there's a good chance we'll be shut down before we can broadcast. So, I'd like to ask you not to interfere. Take the mission and just do nothing. Let us tell the truth and warn the people of Cap au Diable. I'm not asking for charity or appealing to your higher ideals. I've been around enough people like you to know that it probably won't work. Yes, because I don't have higher ideals. All I can offer you is enough money to match whatever the marshal will pay you, and my thanks. So, I don't know how this is going to work, because I don't think we actually get a real choice. But we will find that out next time, guys, because for now we're going to stop. Until next time, I am Scrapperlock, and this has been City of Villains.